I'm Jennifer and welcome to 1,000 Women, 1,000 Ways. Today's inspiring story is by Indigo, and Indigo's story starts when she was 3 years old. Now, what happened at 3 years old for you?
I started dancing. I remember, probably not at 3, but a few years later, going to class and bursting into tears in the car and saying I don't want to go because I was really scared of the teacher. But also I was really good at dancing, and so I started to feel some pressure to be good. And also the type of dancing that I was doing, there were exams, and doing exams just started to really put that pressure on about being perfect. It was highly performance based, and even though I really enjoyed it and I loved it, absolutely loved it, it came probably with an equal dose of perfectionism and concern about approval from others, which wasn't really helpful as a developing child.
What was going on at school?
I had a so-called best friend and I really wanted us to have a wonderful friendship. But from kindergarten she started bullying me, and in the way only little girls can do, through looks, comments, exclusion. It eventually led me to feel a lot of stress. I presented at the doctors at the age of about 15 with what I described a concrete weight on my chest, which was diagnosed as stress, and I now know that it was the beginnings of depression and that sense of being powerless, really powerless. And at the same time, I was diagnosed with an eating disorder. I was on my own, so I left school.
And what happened when you met your husband?
There was a lot of external validation, and as I said, when that went away, the marriage became abusive, and then I reached this point where I was just so unhappy and the depression really kicked in and I felt powerless, and I turned to food as my coping mechanism. But in the mix was also the resentment and the resistance to having to be and look a certain way. I think more than anything, I reached a point where I couldn't not separate. Well, that was the time to go and study. So the year I turned 40, I started a counselling degree at Notre Dame. And there was a diagram about domestic violence, and I ticked all those boxes.
So where are you at now?
I'm recovering from the binge eating disorder and working for myself. I offer counselling and I offer recovery groups for eating disorders, binge eating plus anorexia and bulimia. Also for domestic abuse.
What does Indigo want for herself?
Well, the first word that comes to mind is peace. I would like to feel that I'm contributing to the world in a positive way, and that my experiences can help others.
I want to thank you for watching, and we are all about inspiring powerful connection and touching hearts, as Indigo has helped us to do today. Thank you.